The concept of the influence of Bible stories on modern culture refers to the pervasive impact that narratives from the Bible have had on shaping the values, morals, and practices of contemporary societies. This influence is evident in various domains such as literature, art, music, film, and general social norms. Bible stories, with their timeless themes of good versus evil, sacrifice, redemption, and faith, have transcended religious texts to inform cultural, ethical, and philosophical frameworks worldwide. The significance of this point lies in understanding how these ancient stories have molded modern cultural identities and moral doctrines. Many of these narratives have helped define what is considered virtuous or immoral, influencing societal codes and laws. Therefore, acknowledging their role in culture is crucial for comprehending the foundational pillars upon which many modern ethical standards stand. One clear illustration of this influence is in literature. Classic works like Milton's Paradise Lost or Melville's Moby Dick draw heavily upon biblical symbolism and narratives, reshaping them to explore complex human conditions. In contemporary media, films like The Matrix incorporate biblical allegories, using the tale of a savior to delve into philosophical questions of reality and freedom. Such works demonstrate the deep-seated impact of biblical themes, showing how they continue to be reinterpreted across various media to resonate with current audiences. Supporters of this idea, such as cultural theorists and historians, argue that these stories provide a shared lexicon and framework that help individuals navigate personal and societal dilemmas. They point out that stories like the Good Samaritan fundamentally shape our understanding of empathy and altruism. However, the influence of Bible stories is not without challenges and controversies. Critics argue that the heavy reliance on biblical narratives can lead to cultural homogenization, overshadowing diverse perspectives and undermining secular ideas. Moreover, there's debate over the interpretation of these stories, with potential conflicts arising over literal versus metaphorical understandings, impacting how certain values are perceived. In the broader context, the influence of Bible stories connects to discussions on cultural literacy and identity. As these stories continue to influence modern culture, they establish a continuum between past and present, offering insights into human nature while sparking dialogue across varied belief systems. Their enduring presence highlights the complex interplay between historic religious narratives and contemporary cultural evolution, demonstrating their ongoing relevance and transformative power. The historical context and dissemination of Bible stories are crucial to understanding how these narratives have shaped modern culture. At its core, this concept refers to the origins, transmission, and proliferation of Bible stories from ancient texts to various cultural expressions today. This dissemination began with oral traditions, with stories passed down verbally before being documented in sacred texts like the Torah and later the Christian Bible. The significance of this lies in the Bible's role as a foundational text for Western civilization, influencing moral, legal, and cultural norms. Its stories have shaped the ethical frameworks and societal laws that many cultures adhere to, providing a shared narrative foundation. One example of the widespread impact of biblical stories is the tale of David and Goliath. This story has transcended its religious origins to become a cultural metaphor for overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds. It is frequently invoked in sports, business, and personal development contexts, illustrating the power of faith and ingenuity against adversity. Another example is the parable of the Good Samaritan, which has significantly influenced social justice movements, promoting the idea of helping others regardless of social or ethnic boundaries. This narrative has been integrated into various humanitarian efforts and continues to inspire charitable activities worldwide. Supporters of the influence of Bible stories argue that these narratives offer timeless wisdom and moral guidance, serving as a framework for ethical behavior and decision-making. They believe that Bible stories are integral to various artistic, literary, and cultural developments, offering themes rich with human experiences and moral complexity. However, there are challenges and controversies linked to this concept. One contention is the interpretation and misinterpretation of these stories, which can lead to fundamentalism or the justification of unethical behavior. There are also alternative viewpoints that criticize the Bible's influence as outdated or irrelevant in a modern, pluralistic society that values secularism and diverse beliefs. The historical context and dissemination of Bible stories connect to the broader influence of these narratives on modern culture in several ways. They have informed literature, art, and music, providing archetypes and themes that resonate in contemporary storytelling. These stories also interact with other cultural elements, such as philosophy and politics, perpetuating debates about morality and ethics. By examining the historical roots and dissemination of Bible stories, one gains a deeper understanding of their pervasive influence on both individual behavior and collective cultural norms. This exploration not only highlights the enduring power of these narratives, but also prompts critical reflection on their role in shaping modern values and beliefs. The influence of Bible stories on modern culture is profound, particularly in the realms of literature and art. This impact can be understood as the ways in which narratives, themes, and characters from the Bible have permeated creative expressions, shaping values, motifs, and archetypes that resonate through time. Literature and art often draw from the Bible not just for storytelling, but also for moral and philosophical reflections, making biblical references a cornerstone for many creative works. The significance of this impact lies in its ability to bridge historical and contemporary ideas, providing a shared language and set of symbols. Bible stories often explore universal themes, such as good versus evil, redemption, and sacrifice, which continue to be relevant today, ensuring that this ancient text retains a dynamic role in modern discourse. Specific examples illustrate this influence vividly. In literature, John Milton's Paradise Lost, while an interpretation of the biblical story of the fall of man, has profoundly influenced Western perceptions of Satan, Eden, and temptation. Milton's epic poem expands on the Genesis narrative while imbuing it with complex human emotions and philosophies. In visual art, Michelangelo's frescoes in the Sistine Chapel, particularly the creation of Adam, offer an iconic representation of biblical themes, dramatically capturing the moment God gives life to humanity. This image has transcended religious art to become a symbol of human potential and divine connection, influencing countless artists and movements. Supporters of integrating Bible stories into modern creative expressions argue that these narratives offer rich cultural heritage and a wealth of moral and existential questions. However, this influence is not without its controversies. Critics argue that an over-reliance on Bible stories can limit diversity and perpetuate a single cultural narrative at the expense of other voices. Furthermore, secular audiences may challenge the primacy of biblical themes, advocating for a more expansive view that includes varied religious, mythological, and philosophical perspectives. Despite these challenges, the incorporation of biblical narratives in literature and art underlines their capacity to connect deeply with other cultural elements such as ethics, law, and ideology. These stories foster dialogues across generations, providing a framework for exploring human nature and societal values. Thus, while alternative viewpoints and cultural challenges exist, the influence of Bible stories continues to be a powerful force, providing a shared foundation for interpreting the human experience within modern culture. Bible narratives in film and television refer to the inclusion and adaptation of stories from the Bible into these visual mediums. This concept involves taking biblical tales, some as old as human civilization, and reimagining them for contemporary audiences through movies, TV shows, and series. The significance of this point lies in its ability to demonstrate how deeply ingrained biblical stories are in modern culture, how they continue to shape societal values, and how they are used as tools for storytelling that reflect timeless themes of morality, faith, and human experience. One notable example is the film The Ten Commandments, directed by Cecil B. DeMille, which portrays the story of Moses in the Exodus. This film not only had a significant cultural impact upon its release in 1956, but continues to be a staple during Easter and Passover seasons, reflecting its enduring appeal. Another example is the modern TV series The Chosen, which takes a fresh approach by focusing on the lives of those who encountered Jesus. This series emphasizes personal stories and has garnered a significant following, illustrating how Bible stories can be effectively adapted for modern audiences while retaining their core messages. The idea that Bible narratives continue to influence film and television is supported by the enduring popularity and financial success of such adaptations. These stories appeal to a broad audience, providing a sense of familiarity and timelessness, while allowing filmmakers to explore profound questions about humanity, morality, and faith. However, there are challenges and controversies associated with this concept. For instance, filmmakers often face the task of balancing scriptural accuracy with artistic license, which can lead to differing interpretations and occasional backlash from religious communities. Additionally, some critics argue that these adaptations can oversimplify complex theological ideas or perpetuate outdated cultural norms. Despite potential controversies, Bible narratives in film and television connect deeply with other aspects of their influence on modern culture. They contribute to ongoing conversations about ethics, spirituality, and identity, often serving as a reflection of societal values and igniting discussions about faith and belief systems. By reimagining these stories, filmmakers not only preserve their relevance, but also reinvigorate them for future generations, ensuring that their influence persists in shaping modern cultural landscapes. Through powerful storytelling and visual artistry, Bible narratives in these mediums play a crucial role in resonating with audiences worldwide, mirroring the ultimate human quest for meaning and connection.